When I talk with Angie Dickinson or see her, there's just about one thing I'd like to say to her always. Hello, beautiful. How? Good to see you.
Thank you.
Angie, I had the pleasure of talking with you when you started the Policewoman series, which of course made you a superstar and was a great accomplishment. And now once again on NBC you're going to do something that goes from Policewoman to Private Eye. I believe the show does not yet have a title, but the working title we'll call the Angie Dickinson Show. Is that all right?
That's okay.
Okay, and starts in 1982. Tell me a bit about the storyline and the character, if you would.
It's me as having acquired a detective agency because I found I couldn't stay married to my aspiring district attorney husband who really was aspiring towards governor or what have you, and I didn't like being, you know, just a social wife and a political wife. So we have divorced, and I keep bumping into him. Sometimes we'll be adversaries and sometimes we'll be helping each other. And I'll have a secretary, a young, very, very cute, if we get the girl we want, who's a parolee, so I'm constantly keeping her in line.
Good.
And a neighboring gym where we'll have fascinating characters, hopefully, and a college student male who, at this point, probably watches over my birds or rats or dogs or cats, whatever I end up having.
I hope not rats.
They're a lovely animal, however.
Well, the storyline sounds as if it has lots of human interest as well as the
Yes.
detective aspect.
We'll try to do that.
And
of course.
divorcee is in there too, which is certainly
Certainly topical.
timely, I should say.
Yes,
so. It's almost a way of life, isn't it?
Yes.
Where will the location of your show be?
It'll be L.A.
Oh, will it?
And it's a very interesting part of Los Angeles. It's just east of the Wilshire district, which has the 30s,
indeed.
40s kind of look to it. They're not high-rise yet, and it's very appealing, kind of
And will you
Philip
live in a
Marlowe
glamorous setting and maybe an apartment or a house, or do you get that far?
At this point, it's a condominium.
Oh, condominium.
Contemporary. First it started out to be a house. Now we think it's condominium. I like that. I feel it's more logical. And that would be modern, and as I say, then the 40s look to the detective agency.
I was just thinking, you really, first of all, started out as a beauty contest winner on NBC, and then guested with people like Jimmy Durante, Frank Sinatra, etc. You've played opposite the leading men that just topped the list, like John Wayne, Dean Martin, and Gregory Peck, etc. But now you seem to be into tracking people and being a detective, and your movie, Dress to Kill. And it's interesting, though, because it's a different type of projection in the past few years.
It's more, I'm sorry, did you have a
right.
point to make? Because I hadn't observed it so well as you. It's more now that I'm the catalyst.
Yes.
I guess that before I was hanging around my wonderful husbands that you mentioned, or boyfriends, or being an assistant in a murder or something like that. Whereas now I'm really kind of in charge.
So this is really a step up in the projection. In other words, now this is yours, and you head the agency as well as become involved.
Yes, the other roles were more a supporting player to the male star, and I like that. That's very nice.
You really enjoyed Policewoman, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You looked as if you really did.
Yes, it was fun, and you know, you really feel like a cop after a while.
Do you really get into it that much?
Yeah, you really do.
I talked with Earl Holliman, and he more or less told me the same thing.
Absolutely. He better than I.
Yeah.
He would go out with more policemen. Well, it was easier for him being a man, and he'd hang around the club with the officers, and he'd go out on calls with them and ride the patrol car. I constantly was waving hi as though I was one of them to all cops. I still do it, and I think some of them look at me and say, what is she doing?
That's neat, though, isn't it, really?
I like it.
Yes, I think so.
It's a good image. You like to be on the right side of the law. I do, anyway, as a heroine type.
It's certainly the better side to be on, isn't it?
Well, we looked at the other
did you?
aspect of it, trying to find something different. But it just seems that that's what I do best, and naturally you want to demonstrate the good side. We hope we can prevail on a message there.
Well, I'm sure you'll also have an opportunity to wear the usual stylish clothes, the casual clothes that you wear. So, well, I want to compliment you on the type beauty that you really are, which I call a casual beauty. You don't need a lot of adornment. And I enjoyed seeing the avocado ads you did in the magazines. Did you enjoy doing that? That was really something.
Yes,
I liked them
it
very
turned
much.
out very well.
Didn't you think so?
Yes, because they had to do some convincing for me to do it. And
but they were in
liked it.
taste, very glamorous.
Yes, and very different.
Yes, very
nice.
good.
Thank you. I'm glad you liked them.
Well, it's a pleasure. And so then in 1982, we will have a title for the now working title Angie Dickinson Show.
It's not so far off.
No, it isn't. It's right around the corner.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Angie.
And I thank you.